Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Can you describe sports culture at KSA from your perspective?
No.
Can you describe sports culture at KSA from your perspective?
So when I got here, there was pretty much none. Zero. I remember actually some people even saying like, why are you doing this? Why are you running teams? Why is this happening? But it's been 7 years now. We've really seen the culture grow into, teams filling up, jerseys, fans. Last year we had our first time where we made it past the playoffs into Okanogans. And so I would say our sports culture has grown quite a bit.
And do you feel like there are more, less, or the same amount of opportunities to get involved in sports at KSA now compared to when you started at KSA?
Okay, so when I first started playing basketball here was grade 8, which was the COVID year, which was definitely a struggle, but that's not our fault. But we were still bringing up grade 7s to play with us, and now you're not even allowed to do that because we have so many people. So I would say that it's definitely better. It's way better than it was, which is amazing. Last year when the soccer came into Oaks, when you guys toured around the school, and just seeing everyone like clapping and cheering for them, it's so great as a sports player all my life, just to see like a school rally around a team it's so great.
Well, I came from Juniper in grade 8, and sports teams at Juniper were fire, and they were so good, and I was on like all of them. I was quite the athlete, and we won like every game all the time, and we were like super good. Then I came to KSA and I was like, oh, we don't win every game all the time, and we're super kind of almost mediocre, and that was a little sad. I like winning, but that now we're building up those teams and we're winning more games, and I think in a couple years, probably by the time I'm gone, but we'll be able to be like winning.
I'm excited but nervous.
Confidently nervous. Feeling good. I just want to see what everybody looks like. I'm ready to go.
Do you think the team is ready?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're ready to go. Everybody looked good today at practice, so just got to execute.
I think KSA has come a long way with sports, and considering we're an art school, no one really expected us to be good at sports. And I think it took a lot of years for us to get here, but we're doing really well so far, especially in league games, and then this tournament is going well. And I know for soccer as well, we made it to Okanogans, which was the first time KSA's ever made it to Okanogans. And even soccer was never one of our best sports either, and we've brought it up to now, and we've got a good set of people on each team that can take our teams and advance us forward into hopefully Okanogans and provincials.
I feel the sports culture at KSA is very focused on the development of players more than winning, even though winning is fun and it's important to some people. I feel like because we are such a small school, we're able to focus a lot more on the teamwork and collaboration and the development of our players, as well as being in the single A league. It gives us a chance to be a little bit less competitive and really develop our skills, work as a team, and get to know other schools in the community, their teams, players, and coaches, and make some connections.
Yeah, that was honestly one of the most gut-wrenching losses I think we've had in this program. To be so close, to be up in both of the final 2 games, and to lose literally in extra shots both games. It's hard on the heart, right? Like, we were so close, you could feel it. All we had to do is 1 point and it goes the other way, and a couple things go the other way, and just don't get the win. And sometimes as a coach, you sit there and you think, what could I do differently? What could I have done? And the players the same way, and it's a lost moment, And the hard thing is players or people will look to the coach or look to the person in charge and look for answers. And at the time, there's no answers to give. I think we just all felt heartbroken. And the hardest thing afterwards, we had to play St. Anne's after that, and the hearts weren't in it. What it meant is now we had to travel to Kelowna a week later for a play-in game and to earn spots to the Oaks.
I'm really looking forward to our tournament this season. This is the first time that KSA is going to be hosting a tournament, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a really good chance for us to work together as a team, as well as have some fun games, as the tournaments don't affect standings in the
before we start our first game of the day.
Just win.
Okay, so the first game we played was against Princeton, and we unfortunately lost the first set. I think we went in thinking we weren't in the right mindset to go in, and even our coach called some timeouts and got us pumped up, and we got some points back, but we still weren't in the right groove.
I mean, anytime you have a successful tournament is when, we have fairly even games, and we haven't had a lot of blowouts. Everybody's been in it, so I think on a tournament draw, it went well.
We played was against Barrier. We've played Barrier before, and we've beat them by a large margin, but this time it was way closer than we expected. It was 25-18 in the first set, and then second set I think we created a bigger margin and we won by a lot more.
There's something special about single A sports, I think. It's usually kids that aren't usually involved outside of school in sports. There's not a lot of academy players. And what I've noticed is that there's just a lot of camaraderie between teams, and a lot of cheering on teams. I know Desert Sands was sitting there cheering us on, and we were cheering them on, and it's kind of cool to see that, even though we're competitors on the floor, we can also cheer for the other team.
Their team is kind of disorganized, and then we get a little bit disorganized because we're matching, and then it was kind of all over the place that game, but we ended up pulling out 2 wins.
One thing I think I've noticed is when we first started playing sports at KSA, we would go to schools, and schools would be like, okay, well, here's a free win, or they're an art school, why are they playing, or they're art school dorks, or and I really feel like tournaments like this really helps putting our school on the map for sports as well, right? Teams come oh, KSA tournament, it was great, or we really enjoyed it, or oh man, they got a good team, or they got good kids, and they got athletes, and it's I feel good for our girls, that they feel good, and I feel good that runs through the school, right? When we walk around and we're confident and we play well, it's good for the school as a whole. I think this will continue to add to the school and to our culture.
keep that going. Okay? Yeah. All right, let's keep warm, let's get ready to go. They're going to be ready, right? They've already had a game under the belt. So. Fun. It's nice to have this. It's nice to have this experience. I mean, but it takes a whole team. You know, like I'm just one person. You know, it takes people to do the score sheets. It takes people to set up our standings pages. It takes people to push social media. It takes so much our admin to back it, and so it comes off, but it won't come off without us being a team as well.
They're gonna crush it, right? Yeah. So, yeah. And your scorekeeping?
I'm flipping.
So if we don't win, it's on you.
Yeah, sure. Totally on me.
Just play ball. Last 3 weeks.
Today, let's try to see me serve. You're going, okay? Let's go.